Children, I am back with my next video. You must have watched my earlier videos on large numbers, all the operations, and Roman numerals. Today, I am going to do a quick recap of whatever you have learned to strengthen your conceptual understanding. But remember, maths needs continuous practice. So, today I'll teach you kinds of numbers and basic operations. Now kinds of numbers which I'm going to teach today are even, odd, prime, composite, Roman numerals and basic tricks for the four operations of numbers. First of all, I'll teach you what are even numbers. Even numbers. Now, even numbers are those numbers. Even numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 2. So, they are divisible by 2. Now, even numbers, keep one thing in mind. Whichever number it is, whether it is 2-digit numbers or 3-digit or 4-digit, whatever be the number of digits in it, it should always end with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So these are the four numbers you must remember. It should end with either of these numbers. It can end with 0, it can end with 2, it can end with 4, it can end with 6 or 8. Now let's go to odd numbers. Now what are odd numbers? Odd numbers are those numbers. Odd numbers are those numbers which are not divisible by 2. Not divisible by 2. So, the last numbers need to be 1, either of these numbers 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9. Now, let's go to prime numbers. Now, what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are those numbers divisible by only 1 and itself. They are divisible only by 1 and itself. It cannot be divided by any other number. Okay? It cannot be divided by any other number. I hope you are able to understand. For example, 2. 2, can you divide it by any other number exactly? Divisible means there should be no remainder at all. There should be no remainder at all when you call a number as divisible by the other number. Okay? So, 2 is divisible just by... Now, let me give you a few examples. 2 is divisible just by 1 and itself. You cannot divide it by any other number. Can you divide 2 by 3? Can you divide 2 by 5? No, you cannot. Now, 3. It is divisible by only 3 and 1. That is by 1 and itself. 5. 7. Now, why do you require the knowledge of prime numbers? Even when you solve other sums in higher classes like factors and multiples or any such thing, or finding the LCM by prime factorization method, you will be requiring the knowledge of prime factors. Without having the basic knowledge of prime factors, you cannot understand anything else. So, you must have understood that a number which is divisible by itself or 1. So, only those numbers are prime numbers. So, if it is divisible by itself and 1, in class 4 and 5, you call those numbers as factors. Suppose 2 is divisible by 1 and 2. Then the factors of 2 are 2 and 1. Nothing else. But for class 3, you just need to remember whether it is divisible by itself or 1. Now let's go to composite numbers. Composite numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 1 itself and any other number. It can be divisible by 3 numbers, it can be divisible by 4 numbers, it can be divisible by 5 numbers, but it has got more than 2 factors. That means it is divisible by itself, it is divisible by 1 and any other number. It can be, let's give you an example. For example, 8. Now 8 is divisible by 1, 2, 4 and 8. So it is divisible by 1 and itself. It is divisible by 1. It is divisible by 1 and itself. But there are other numbers also. They are 2 and 4. So when it has got more than 2 factors, for class 3, I will not use the term factors, but those numbers which will divide it exactly means there should be no remainder at all. If you divide 8 by 2, if you divide 8 by 2 will you get any remainder if you divide 8 by 2? No. 2 4s are 8. So you will not get any remainder at all. Now look at 8 divided by 4. Will you get any remainder? No, you won't. So 8 by 4 is equal to 2. 4 2s are 8. If you do not get any remainder at all, then that is called as a number is divisible by the other number, or that is a composite number. This is a composite number. Because it is divisible by 1, it is divisible by 8 and it is divisible by other numbers too. So I hope you have understood the meaning of composite numbers. Now let's go to Roman numerals. I am just doing a brief recap of all the things which you have already done. Now Roman numerals I am writing short form of numerals. Okay. Now Roman numerals are formed by 7 letters. By combination of different alphabets, you will be able to do it. And what are the 4 alphabets which are used here? First is I, which denotes 1. Then is V. Keep one thing in mind. You can use combination of different alphabets to make other numbers. V denotes 5. X denotes 10. and L denotes 50, C denotes 100, D denotes 500, M denotes 1000. For class 3, I hope you are able to understand. For class 3, you do not require to know the addition of other numbers. You do not require to know numbers above C. Okay? For class 3, 1 to 100 will be sufficient. For higher classes, you can go on to D and M. Now, how can you calculate other numbers? The basic rule is, if you write a number now, suppose X is a number, that is 10. Now I want to write 11. I can write a smaller number or the alphabet which denotes a smaller number next to it. So I denotes smaller number or V denotes smaller number. I is 1, V is 5. Then this becomes 10 plus 1, 11. Now if I write 2 I's, 10 plus 1 plus 1, it becomes 12. If I write one more I, 12 plus 1, 13. But keep one thing in mind. For writing 14, if you write I here, this will be wrong. Why? Because you cannot use more than one digit or one alphabet. You cannot use any alphabet more than 3 times. If you are writing it on the right of a bigger number, you have to use it only 3 times, not more than that. And if you are writing for minusing, you always write on the left hand side. For example, X. Okay. And I write I here. Then X denotes 10 and I denotes 1. So for when you write a smaller number on the left of a bigger number, you minus this number from the number on its right. So X denotes 10 and I denotes 1. Therefore, Ix will be 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. Okay, 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. Now, same way you will do for other numbers. This is just a brief recap. You can refer to my earlier videos to understand that better. Now, for addition, subtraction, what is the basic rule? What is the basic rule? You must always remember that you have to arrange one number below the other, and you'll start from right hand side. For example, 2, 4, 5, 8. I want to add 3-digit number to it. Suppose 356. 356, then 6 I am writing on the right hand side, 5 and then 3. Okay, this is how you will add. If you are adding it, you should add in this way. Is that clear? Do not start writing 3 from here. You'll always start writing from right hand side to left hand side. Even if it is minus, you have to do the same thing. What will you do? You will write from right hand side. Just keep arranging one number at a time. First number you are writing. This is ones place. This is tens place. This is hundreds place. And this is thousands place. Now keep arranging one by one. 8, 5, 4, 2. Now here just below that 6, 3, 5. 356 I didn't start writing. Many of you have the habit. 356, why will you write 653? Just wrote 356 anyhow. That will be wrong. Keep one thing in mind. Always arrange them one below the other and start from right to left. Then you will never make a mistake. Now, suppose I am trying to multiply. What are the basic things I should remember? First, I will multiply the right hand side. The second number is there, 56. First, I will multiply whatever comes one number at a time. 6 8s are 48. So, 8 here, 4 carry over. Now, 6 5s are 30. 30 plus 4, 34. So, I am writing 4 here and 3 will be carried over. 6 4s are 24. 24 plus 3, 27. So, I will write 7 here and 2 will be carried over. Now, 6 2s are 12. 12 plus 2. 2 was carried over. 12 plus 2, 14. So, I am writing 14 here. Now, when you are after this, you see the second digit. Okay. Now, second digit is 5. Again, start multiplying one digit at a time. And you must write 0 here when you start multiplying. This is the most common mistake made by students. You forget to write 0. Some people prefer to write 0 here. Some prefer to write cross. That is the same thing. Now start multiplying. 5 8s are 40. So 0, 4 carried over. 5 5s are 25. 25 plus 4, 29. Therefore 9, 2 carried over. Okay. 5 4s are 20 plus 2 which was carried over. 22. So again 2 carried over. 5 2s are 10. 10 plus 2, 11. Now what will you do? These two steps you are going to add it up. And then you'll get the result. Now division, and just giving a brief outline as recap because you've already done those things. Six, 5, 2 divided by 4. Now you will start taking one digit at a time. 4 ones are for multiplication and division. If you do not know the multiplication tables, you will always make mistakes. So keep it in mind to revise multiplication tables at least for 10 minutes every day. If you revise multiplication tables for 10 minutes every day, all your problems in maths are readily solved. If you do not know the tables, it will take you nowhere. Now, let's start. 4 ones are 4. I will minus it. I got 2. Bring one digit down at a time. That will make the thing more clearer, and moreover, you will tend to make less mistakes, or you will not make any mistake at all if you go stepwise. So bring this 5 down. 25. Now think which number will multiply with multiply by 4 to give me 25. 25 is not divisible by 4. Now start thinking in mind. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12, 4 fours are 16, 4 fives are 20, 4 six are 24, 4 sevens are 28. Now will I take 4 sevens are? No. Why? Because 28 is more than 25. So take a number less than that. 4 six are 24. Okay, I got 1 as the remainder, brought this down. Clear? Now this became 12. This became 12. 4 threes are 12. And there is no remainder at all. So that means 652 is divisible by 4. Now let me tell you one thing. At times it may happen that dividend will be there and or you get as fill in the blanks. Dividend is equal to what? Then you remember one thing in mind. You remember one thing in mind. Dividend is the number which is divided. Dividend is the number which is divided. So dividend is equal to divisor into quotient. One sec. Into quotient plus remainder. Now you are all aware of the terms dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder. Dividend means the number which is divided. Divisor means the number which divides it. And quotient means the answer which you get in division sum and remainder whatever is left over. So if all those things are given and you need to find out the dividend. Suppose divisor is 2, quotient is 4 and remainder is 1 and you need to find out the dividend. You know 2 into 4 is 8, 8 plus 1, 9. You can easily check it. 9, you try to divide it by 2, you'll get 4 as a quotient and remainder will be 1. These are the basic things which I am doing, which you have already done. Now there are a few things where you get confused that how will I do this, how will I do that. You just need to apply your basic understanding of numbers. Suppose I say find the sum of. Sum means you are adding up. Just listen to the terms and you will understand. Sum means addition. If it is difference, keep one thing in mind, that is you need to minus or subtract. If I use the word product, it means you are multiplying. If I use the word quotient, that means you are dividing. Now, sum of greatest 5-digit number and the number of days in a leap year. Now, there can be tricky questions like this also. You have to be smart enough. Now, the greatest 5-digit number, that means 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Sum of greatest 5-digit number and the number of days in a leap year. So I will just plus here 365 the number of days in 365 is the number of days in normal year. But in a leap year, you have 1 day extra. Keep that in mind. This is a tricky question. So, in a leap year, it will be 366. And I need to add the number of days in a leap year. So, I will write 3, 6, 6 and add it up. Addition, you know. So, this is how you are going to think of all the tricks which are used while asking maths questions. Now, let me teach you greatest and smallest number, how to form them. Now, suppose here it was greatest 5-digit number. If it had been greatest 6-digit number, what would you do? Anything different? No. Just increase one more 9. Just increase one more 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it is greatest 3-digit number, I will rub all the other 9s and see, this is greatest 3-digit number. But for finding smallest number, how do you do it? Smallest 5-digit number, suppose I say the first number will be 1 and the rest will all be zeros and the rest will all be zeros. So first is 1 and I am talking about smallest 5-digit number. So if first number is 1, that means how many numbers are left? How many digits are left to be written? 5 minus 1, 4. So 4 more zeros I will add. So this is how I write the smallest 5-digit number. If I make it smallest 4-digit number, I'll just rub 1 0. So whenever you are writing the smallest number, okay, smallest 3 digit, smallest 4 digit, smallest 7 digit, whatever it is, the first number will be 1 and all the numbers after it will be 0. Now, if you are given some given digits are there, okay, 5, 6, 7, 0. And I ask you to form the greatest number using those digits. You will start seeing which one is the greatest digit here. 7 is the greatest digit. I'll write 7. Now, the number smaller than this is 6. Then, after that, 5. After that, 0. So, whenever you have to form the greatest number using the digits given, start writing from big to small. But while writing smallest number, there is a trick and the most common mistake made by students. Let me tell you. If I ask you to write the smallest number with the given digits, every layman will think of writing it this way: 0, 5, 6, 7. If I am saying smallest number, if I just say what are the numbers you can form, then you can write this way. This can be one of the numbers. But if I use the term smallest number, then this is wrong according to the rules in maths books, textbooks. This is wrong if you have to form the smallest number using the given digits. What will you do? If 0 is there, then what is the smallest number? Just forget about 0. What is the smallest number out of these 4 digits? 5. Second digit should be 0. Keep this in mind. Second digit will be 0. 6, 7. So 5067 is the smallest number made with the given digits, formed by the given digits. Now if 0 is there, not there, there's no problem at all. If 0 is not there and you have to make the smallest, you have to form the smallest digit, then there's no problem at all. Suppose this 0 has been rubbed. And there is one more number here, 8. And I need to form the smallest number. Then the basic rule, just write the smallest number here, then bigger than this, 7, 8. The confusion arises only when 0 is used. So keep that in mind, and I hope this video will definitely help you. Thank you.